World War II wasn't just fought with Spitfires and tanks, it was also a battle against hunger. Before the war, Britain imported about 70% of its food. We were comfortable, maybe even complacent. Then German U-boats started sinking in our supply ships, and suddenly the nation faced real starvation. The government realized you can't fight a war on an empty stomach. Food shortages became a national emergency. Rations were meager, 1 egg a week, a sliver of bacon, barely enough to survive. The threat wasn't just military defeat, but collapse from within. With the seas blocked, Britain had to look inward to its own fields and farmers. Feeding over 40 million people became the job of a few 100,000 farmers. These men and women, once overlooked, became the country's last line of defense. The war for survival was now being fought in the fields, not just on the front lines. Every harvest, every loaf of bread became a victory. The forgotten army of farmers was about to become the most important one of all. Britain's fate depended on what could be grown at home. The battle against starvation had begun, and it would change the nation forever. Farming during wartime was brutal. Long hours, aching muscles, and relentless pressure. British farmers were told, grow more or the country goes hungry. Every scrap of land was ploughed up, every tool pressed into service, even as many workers left for the front. The government sent in war ags, committees with the power to order what crops to grow or even take over farms. It was tough but necessary. Farmers worked from dawn to dusk, knowing every potato and bushel of wheat mattered. With so many men away, the Women's Land Army, over 200,000 strong, stepped in. City girls became land girls, learning to drive tractors and milk cows, facing hardship and prejudice. Together, old hands and new recruits formed an alliance that kept Britain fed. Their work was as vital as any soldiers. They were heroes, fighting with sweat and soil. Without them, Britain would have starved. The fields became the new front line. Even with farmers working flat out, it wasn't enough, so the government launched Dig for Victory. The message, everyone, everywhere, grow your own food. Lawns, parks, and even palace gardens became vegetable plots. It was a national movement. Office workers, children, even the royal family joined in. By 1943, over 1.4 million allotments were producing food. Growing your own became a patriotic act, a way to fight back against shortages. Every carrot pulled from the ground was a small victory. People learned to value and get creative with what they grew. Neighbors swapped produce, communities pulled together. The campaign didn't just fill plates, it built unity and resilience. Food from your own garden was something no enemy could take away. Dig for Victory changed Britain's relationship with food forever. Today, supermarket shelves are full and we've forgotten the lessons of the past. We take food for granted, disconnected from the people and land that produce it. But the world is still unstable. Pandemics, wars and climate change threaten our food supply. Relying on imports is a gamble. One crisis could empty our shelves overnight. Farmers now face new battles: cheap imports, bureaucracy and public indifference. Farms are disappearing, fields replaced by housing and solar panels. We're dismantling the industry that once saved us. The solution? Support British farmers, choose local food, demand food security from our leaders. A nation that can't feed itself isn't truly independent. The heroes of the home front showed us what's at stake. We owe it to them, and ourselves, not to forget. Support a farmer. It's the most patriotic thing you can do.